Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
My name is Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Thanks for listening, folks. Appreciate you each and every day. Oh, lots of things to talk about today and some nice guests coming in. I always feel like when you come from Albion, Nebraska, you feel like you're driving on a checkerboard.
Oh, yes.
Because all the folks who went to the game last night found their way home going a distance, taking a left, going a distance, taking a right.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem...
To go left, to go back right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's no straight way home from Albion.
No, there is not. But good trip last night. Congratulations to the Sandals Hetford boys basketball team making it to the district finals. Went up against a really good basketball team yesterday. I thought gave a tremendous effort, put up a good fight, got off to a great start, got off to an early lead, and so it's been great covering them throughout the season. And for us, our coverage of boys basketball, I guess, ended last night as I start to think about it. So congratulations to all of our area boys basketball teams and their success through the year. Once again, it was a joy and a privilege to cover our area boys basketball teams through the course of the season. So now tonight we put our focus back on girls basketball as we will travel to Lincoln tonight and cover the Anselmo Myrna Lady Coyotes as they play in the Class D2 Girls State Basketball Tournament. They'll take on Falls City Sacred Heart, tipping off at 6 o'clock tonight, and we'll have the game live from the Devaney Center in Lincoln on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com.
All right, yeah, congratulations to all the boys' teams. You know, you talk to coaches much more often than I certainly do, and I believe they would agree that sometimes you're as good as all your players who participate in practice are. So you may have a number of players that get, not a lot of play time, but they're very, very important in practices.
Oh, absolutely.
Making sure that they have brisk and practices that are emulate the game situation. So those players that are contributing there are very, very important. So if you were on a basketball team on the guys' side, all of you, thank you so much. You make it wonderful for us to watch and cover. And, of course, all the fans and people who support the teams. It gives everybody a little something to think about and cheer about from day-to-day life, and that's very important. So thank you.
Yep, well said.
Thank you. All right, let's see. We've got, I think Nebraska State Bank is donating some time here this morning to the Lions Club, so they'll be in. Pearson Physical Therapy is on our guest list, and Matt with Subway. And this half hour, Farmers National will be our guest. Kathy was in yesterday. That's Christy's younger sister. Well, speaking of Christy.
Yeah? What you got over there? Oh, there's still some chocolate chip cookies left from yesterday?
Only 4 left.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Would you like one?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take a chocolate chip cookie. Thank you. They're very good, I must admit.
They're really tasty.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Christy made
I had a couple last night when I got home from the game.
I don't blame you. Wonderful cookies.
Yeah.
Very tasty.
Now, you sure you want to eat? Oh, you just did take a bite. I'm sorry, I can't help but think back to yesterday when you took a bite out of a cookie and then, well, kind of gave Christy a hard time about it.
Well, what I did, I'm going to just admit it, while I'm enjoying this wonderful cookie, is I made it up that there was a nail inside the cookie.
Yeah,
and
a fingernail. Right? Is that what you meant, or an actual nail? That's what I was... Somebody asked me that yesterday. Dave said there was a nail in the cookie. Did he mean a fingernail, or did he mean an actual nail in the cookie?
I think I did say later an upholstery nail.
Oh,
like
okay.
a small.
Oh, yeah, acrylic or whatever they call it. Yeah.
Well, none of that was true.
Okay. All right.
I only did it to. Well, I was following what's going on in the world. And this, I know this is a
boy, I can't wait to hear
parallel
this.
that will be somewhat difficult, but then maybe not so much.
Okay.
So, for some reason, we're in this era. I'm going to speak carefully here. This era where if you say it enough, it's true. Now, if I would have come on today on the radio and said again, man, I was lucky I didn't injure myself yesterday because there was a upholstery nail in Christy's cookie. And I said it throughout the show, and I said it over and over again for several days. People would believe that there was an upholstery nail in Christy's cookie. That's what's happening in this world right now. So I was conducting an experiment. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at. I'm just laughing at an upholstery nail.
Well,
you're talking about a fake nail, right, on your finger?
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, upholstery nail's a little nail.
So you are talking about an actual nail.
Yeah, you would put hold cloth onto a piece of furniture.
All right, now I'm following you. Okay.
I wouldn't have made up that one of Christy's fingernails was in the cookie.
Oh, well, I didn't know where you were going. Okay, so you do mean an actual nail. Okay.
Yeah, because the idea was, and sometimes my jokes don't really work.
That's fine. But how in the world would an upholstery nail get into the cookie batter?
Well, Christy would have had to purposely put it in the cookie.
Oh.
And she pointed out, according
I
to
feel terrible. I just wasn't following your train of thought.
Was that why you called me terrible?
Well, yeah, kind of.
It doesn't matter what was in the cookie, really.
Yeah.
So
so you're saying that she purposely did it in your cookie only.
If you remember,
yes. All right, I'll follow you now.
When it all started, I said, Christy made sure.
Yes.
She said, here, that's a really good cookie, and pointed out the cookie I should eat.
All right.
And there was a nail in it.
Yes.
Not true.
Okay.
But those are good cookies.
Yeah, they are very good. I'm going to take another bite.
Go ahead. If I would say that every show, I still can't believe Christy would put a nail in my cookie to try to harm me. Because sometimes Christy does get frustrated with me.
Yeah.
I know she loves me. But if I repeated that enough, people would start to believe it. And I would repeat it over and over.
And would start to think that Christy was trying to harm you.
Yes.
Okay.
And if I wanted to make it stick, I would have to keep saying it over and over again, even if it wasn't true. So, if you're one of those people who notice that on the media, they keep saying the same thing over and over again on one side of an issue, there's a good chance it probably isn't true.
Oh.
Because they're trying to get that point driven into your brain. So, no, Christy did not put a fingernail or a nail in my cookie. But if I told...
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good for you to come out and say that. And just say, hey, you were just having fun. You were just making a joke.
Because there is a possibility that, Christy might lace my cookie with something. But it probably would be like, a raisin, because she knows I don't like raisins.
Oh.
Hide a raisin in a cookie.
There you go.
But, again, if I keep telling the audience every day, man, I'm so hurt. I can't believe that Christy would put a nail in my cookie. They would soon believe it, because I would be persistent about telling that story over and over again, even if it's a bald-faced lie.
Wow.
That's what I was trying to get across.
I see.
I know it's an odd way
now,
to do it.
Was that your? I've just got to know. Was this your end game all along when you started the story yesterday?
Well, at the beginning, I just thought, well, this will make a good skit.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought, well, I'll just say, Christy put something in my cookie and made sure I got that cookie.
Yeah.
But then I got to thinking about it.
There could be a lesson out of this.
Yes, because if I, again, kept repeating it and making sure it sounded like I was confident that she did it, even though she didn't do it.
People might start to believe it as truth.
It happens every day. depending on, what media you use for your resource, just try to make sure they're not repeating it over and over again, because that doesn't mean they're reporting anymore. They're trying to convince you of something.
Oh, wow.
So
that's kind of deep.
I know, and I got a song to go right with it here.
Whoa.
This is John Mellencamp. Played it earlier today. I'm going to play it again. It's called Walk Tall. $7:45. Everybody's having school today, I think.
Yeah, you know what? That I didn't even think about looking at postponement information. Do we have any on anything?
Wouldn't think so.
I guess I should double check.
Let's just read the school menus,
All right.
because I think they're all having class, unless there's some, parent teachers or something like that. And we'll find out about that as we read through these menus. And let's take a look at Ansley to start with today. They're having tater tot casserole and dinner roll today.
All right. Sand Hills School in Dunning, walking tacos on the menu today at Sand Hills.
Prairie Pioneer Center today, breaded pork chops, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, dinner roll, and dessert. Call them at 872-6121 if you want to set up home delivery.
By the way, go to sandhillsexpress.com and you'll find that no closings were found that match the selected criteria. That's good to report, actually.
That's a
Yes.
nice announcement, yeah.
All right, Loop City Public School today, taco or chicken fajitas on the menu today at Loop City.
At Thedford today, hamburger gravy over mashed potatoes. That sounds delicious.
Kozan today, some of their choices: cheesy barbecue beef on a bun with seasoned fries, cheeseburger with seasoned fries, or the pizza bar. Some of your choices at Kozan.
At Sargent today, chicken sandwich, chips, baked beans, fruit cup, and milk. And looks like on some of these calendars there will be no classes tomorrow in some of our area schools on Friday.
Callaway today, popcorn chicken at Callaway School.
And Selma Myrna Public Schools, made fresh spaghetti with garlic stick, corn dog, Uncrustable cheese, cracker, and platter.
Broken Bow today, made fresh spaghetti with garlic bread stick, corn dog, fresh baked ham and cheese sub. The grill station combo at Broken Bow today is a crispy chicken sandwich basket. That's at Broken Bow today. A couple of more menus that we have for you. Arnold School today, chicken Alfredo and breadstick at Arnold today. And at Gothenburg, I'll go ahead and read it. I know they're at the girls' state basketball tournament still playing, but here's our menu that shows today. Grilled cheese pizzini, chicken nuggets with dinner roll, fresh baked Italian turkey sub, and nacho snackable at Gothenburg.
All right, thank you, Brent. As long as we're talking about cookies, we are excited, and Jeremy's put it all together now. The Chocolate Chip Cookie Challenge will get underway on March 12th. Now, prepare prepare your recipes, because on March 12th, you can start dropping off 6 cookies at our studios. Our staff, so you're in.
Just a half dozen?
That's fine. I got a feeling we're going to have a lot of cookies.
Is that enough?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure we don't want them to make a dozen?
Let's not go there.
Okay.
Our staff will judge cookies as they arrive through March 21st. So starting March 12th, you can start bringing in 6 cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and we'll judge them, and we'll mark down your score, and we'll do that as they arrive through March 21st. Winners announced on March 25th right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. First prize is a KitchenAid 5-quart tilt head stand mixer.
It's nice.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I think it's sitting in the back there.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
okay. It's cast iron black and can make 9 dozen cookies at a time.
Whew.
9 dozen.
Whoa.
Second prize changed up a little bit, and I think Jeremy made a good choice on this. We were going to have second prize as maybe some plates and spatulas and so forth. And when we're thinking, or I'm sure Jeremy's thinking, if they're bringing in cookies, they already probably have a spatula and a cookie dish. So we just incorporated the idea the other day that the second prize winner will be able to choose a local nonprofit or cause that KCNI, KBBN will donate $500 to. That's second place.
That's nice.
So that all starts on March 12th. 6 cookies at a time. Bring them on in. And there's a lot of chatter about the Chocolate Chip Cookie Challenge, first ever at KCNI KBBN.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. And highlight all the great bakers we have out there.
Mm-hmm.
Such as, we have 2 cookies left from Christy that we're going to take care of before the show's over. So we can't share with anybody. There's only 2 left.
Okay. I'm comfortable with that.
Let's play the game.
Here we go. Here's your question for today. Coming up in the month of March, the NCAA basketball tournament starts. And there's a name that is associated with the NCAA basketball tournament now. It is referred to as what? The March World Cup, March Madness, March Games, or March Ball. What is the NCAA basketball tournament referred to? March World Cup, March Madness, March Games, or March Ball? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
No, there ain't nothing like the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI KBBN Radio.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the Secret Garden. They'd love to see you on Friday from 11:30 till 4:30 or Saturday from 8:30 till 4:30. When you visit this weekend, you'll save 15% off anything with the color green, including pre-orders of spring plants and any decor. Browse the sympathy section as well, which they deliver free to Broken Bow. Don't forget to shop online at thesecretgardenonline.com. Philippians 4 verse 13 says, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. The Secret Garden, west of Myrna on Highway 92, then a half a mile north.
How is your diesel engine doing? If exceptional is not the answer, then it may be time to talk to Power Solutions. From service calls or bringing it into the shop, they have the parts and the know-how to get your semi or pickup diesel engine running. Call Power Solutions at 308-872-5522 or stop in and see them 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2. Trust them. Your diesel engine will thank you.
We have Dawn on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, here's your question from Brent Apperson.
Okay, Don, what is the NCAA basketball tournament referred to as? Is it March World Cup, March Madness, March Games, or March Ball?
March Madness.
It is March Madness. You know it is. And because you've answered correctly, we've got a certificate that's going to get you a free 6-inch sub at Subway in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Don. Have a great day.
You too.
I would give that another title.
What's that?
The loss of productivity mark. Loss of productivity in the office month.
You kind of say that every year, but I'll be honest, as sports director, I can't think of a time of year I'm more productive. Constantly watching games to keep people informed. I work really hard when the March Madness tournament starts.
You and a whole bunch of others. All right, we're going to catch up on all the activities Farmers National, the Dave Davis auction, has going on next.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show
My day starts right.
with Dave and Brent.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with Dave Davis Auction Service, we are having our machinery consignment auction. It's going to be Saturday, April 5th. And that starts at 9 a.m. at the Custer County Fairgrounds. For proper advertising of your items, if you could get those items, and to be able to get the items on the flyer, if you could get the list of your consignments into our office by Monday, March 17th, that would be great. We will take items up until the day of the auction, but if you could get those in so we could advertise them for you, that would be great. So that deadline is Monday, March 17th. The auction is going to be April 5th. At the Custer County Fairgrounds. If you have any questions, you can give Jim a call at 308-870-1785. Going over to Farmers National side, we do have a newer listing at 1413 North L Street. It's absolutely stunning remodeled home, very large kitchen with recessed lighting, beautiful backsplash, center island, pantry, and stainless steel appliance, including double ovens. Main floor also has a full bathroom, a living room tucked away in the back, formal dining area and entryway, both with tray ceilings. Upstairs is a nice full bathroom with soaker tub and separate shower with dual shower heads and 3 large bedrooms with walk-in closets. The master bedroom has its own walkout balcony. Lower level has a cute family room, 3rd bathroom, 4th bedroom, office, and a laundry room. Newer windows and lots of custom blinds. All electric home with a heat pump, charming wraparound porch with composite steps and decking, low maintenance smart siding, large backyard with white vinyl fence, patio area, garden shed, and a large 26 by 12 back deck. A landscape corner lot with mature trees, underground sprinklers, drip line around the house, and a detached 2-car garage. This is located at 1430 North L Street. At 1215 North K Street, this is a ranch-style home with a cute front porch. The kitchen walks out to a small deck in the back. Living room has recessed lighting, hardwood floors, built-in shelves, picture window, and a fireplace. Laundry room is located right off the kitchen. There are 3 bedrooms on the main floor with hardwood floors. Lower level has 2nd bathroom, rec room, family room with gas fireplace, and 2 more bedrooms, both with egress windows. Attached double garage. It's on a corner lot with mature trees at 1215 North K Street. At 713 South F Street, this one is all on one level. You walk into a large living room with picture window and built-ins on one side. The breakfast bar separates the kitchen and dining area. This home has 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Family room has large picture window, fireplace, and built-in bookcase. Office has French doors to the family room. The laundry area is located by the back door off of the kitchen. Several new windows. The shingles, furnace, and central air were new in 2018. Partial basement for storm shelter, attached double garage, small yard to maintain. It is close to downtown at 713 South F Street. At 237 Beaumont Drive, this home has been totally remodeled. The living room has a large picture window. Kitchen has a breakfast bar and plenty of counter and cupboard space. Main floor also has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and laundry space. The lower level is finished with a large family room, 2 bedrooms, and a 3rd bathroom. Attached oversized garage. There's also a shop and double doors off of the garage. Large backyard with patio space and mature trees, located in a quiet neighborhood at 237 Beaumont Drive. At 901 South K Street, this is a unique property. It's a pool building built in 1980, has 1904 square feet with a heated pool, a changing room, 3/4 bath, and a lounge area with wet bar. The pool is 18 by 33 with a diving board, water slide, exit ladders, and pool cover. There's also a tennis court. There's a metal building that's 30 by 24 with a concrete floor. It's insulated and heated. The building has water, a drain, and workshop area. Utility shed has shelving on 3 sides. That's at 901 South K Street. At 44568 Road 795, this is an acreage. It's 10.22 plus or minus acres. There's a 2-story home with an addition and attached 24 by 30 garage. Main floor has kitchen, living, dining room, full bathroom. There's a bedroom, laundry, and family room with earth stove. Then the second floor has 3 more bedrooms, 2nd bathroom, and an office. Newer style windows. Shingles were replaced a year ago. Storage basement. There's an older barn, open face shed, and a small shed. It's within 10 minutes from Brocobo at 44568 Road 795. And then in Myrna at 318 East Brotherton Avenue, we have a house that's listed that has enclosed front porch, nice sized kitchen, updated full bathroom with shower, main floor laundry located on the back porch. Upstairs is a large landing and a bedroom. New floor covering and fresh paint. Furnace and central air were new in 2023. Fenced in backyard. It's a corner lot at 318 East Brotherton Avenue in Myrna. That sums it up for this week. I'd like to thank you all for listening, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. News is coming up shortly, and again, after the news, and we'll have Jack Simpson outside. He'll let us know what it really feels like, and then we have more guests coming in. So we're all set and ready to go. Brent Apperson.
Okay, Dave Burney.
Did want to thank you, too, for scooping your walk yesterday.
I did. I got home at lunch, and, I was kind of busy, but because I was going to have to go to Albion last night, cover a basketball game. But because of, the warning that I have received from NOGE or whatever it is that polices our neighborhood, I felt like, you know what? I'm going to have to go to Lincoln today. I don't know what's going to happen. I guess I better get out and get the snow off my sidewalk. So I did that during my lunch hour, basically cut my lunch hour short just to meet the, requirements now of the neighborhood through NOGE. So, yes, I did scoop off what was on my sidewalk at lunch yesterday.
NOG, no other groups efficient. Watching very carefully in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And putting the hammer down if it's not done properly.
I hope it was done properly. It looked like it was cleaned off to my specifications anyway.
I think it was a C+.
Oh, a C+. Thanks.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. CBS News has obtained a memo that shows the Department of Veterans Affairs is planning to cut 70,000 jobs. Veteran Katie Weber protesting in Santa Rosa, California.
If we lose these folks, we're done. You're going to see suicide like you never saw before.
The president's 1-month reprieve for U.S. automakers on new tariffs that have hit Mexico and Canada hasn't done much to ease tensions with China. Ontario Premier Doug Ford.
And they're sitting back laughing, watching the two closest friends and allies fight a tariff war.
Prime Minister Trudeau has imposed retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. A new Gallup poll finds Americans' views on the Middle East are shifting. Senior editor Jeff Jones.
In this poll, we asked Americans if they think there should be establishment of a Palestinian state. And we find a majority, 55%, are in favor of that, 31% opposed.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Good morning, beat freaks. Who's ready to move? Let's start this day right.
Tasha's morning dance parties are meeting rave reviews.
Lose your phones and find your groove.
They need an ops manager to help their community dance the morning away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/radio and use code radio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/radio and use code radio at checkout.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KOLN, the Great American Rib Fest is returning to Lincoln alongside the Lancaster County Super Fair on August 6th through the 9th. The 4-day festival is free to attend with a paid $15 parking pass, which includes the entry to the Super Fair. Barbecue masters from across the country and in Nebraska will serve up ribs, brisket, pulled pork, chicken, and classic sides, while their guests can enjoy live music, cold beer, cooking demonstrations, and vendors offering sauces, rubs, and more. Managing Director Ron Boddy said people have been asking for a barbecue festival to return to Lincoln for years, so we are thrilled to host the Great American Rib Fest alongside the Super Fair. We can't wait to welcome everyone for great barbecue, great beer, and great family fun. Ribfest came to an end in 2018 after 22 years due to ongoing decline in attendance. The Super Fair attempted to revive the festival in 2021, but the judging portion was canceled due to 2 national barbecue vendors dropping out. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monty Bolaños.
The Chargers have released 5-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Joey Bosa, who was drafted by the San Diego Chargers in 2016, saving $25.3 million in salary cap space. In the NBA, the Cavaliers have won 12 in a row, and they're the first team to clinch a playoff spot. They beat the Heat 112-107. James Harden dropped 50 points as the Clippers outscored the Pistons 123-115. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 41 points as the Thunder topped the Grizzlies 120-103. The Nuggets had a 116-110 win over the Kings. In men's college hoops, UConn with a 72-66 upset over number 20 Marquette, while Ole Miss outscored number 4 Tennessee 78-76. On the ice, the Capitals edged the Rangers 3-2 in overtime. Alex Ovechkin is now just 10 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time scoring record, and the Golden Knights topped the Maple Leafs 5-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A winter weather advisory begins at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning and remains in effect until 6 p.m. tomorrow night. High of 43. Today, under cloudy skies, with a chance for snow mixing with and changing terrain. Southeasterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. 3 to 5 inches of snow tonight through tomorrow. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
At Pharmacy Chemical, we focus on one thing, crop protection, helping you find cost-effective solutions custom tailored to your operation. By prioritizing active ingredients, we work to provide options that fit your needs and budget. As an independent company, we source products and adjust programs based on what works best for your farm and spray program, because we know each one of you is unique. Pharmacy Chemical, precision crop protection, focusing on helping people. For all things crop protection, including excellent financing options, give us a call, 308-537-4412.
8:06. Let's go outside and see what it really feels like with Jack Frost Simpson. Jack,
Well, good morning. 29 degrees outside, cloudy skies, calm winds out of the east. In fact, I'd say up to 1 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 29.90, humidity at 79%. No rain or snow so far in the last 24 hours, and the precipitation for this month will stay 2600s. High yesterday of 39, overnight low of 27. Sunrise today was at 7:04. Sunset today 6:35. And stay safe. I think we're supposed to get like 3 inches of snow tonight, and tomorrow 2 to 4 is what I read.
Yeah, I think maybe up to 2 to 5 now, or 3 to 5, Jack. But it's up for debate. When you were out in the office area, the lobby area, you were waiting to go outside. Looked like you'd either done something or was going to do something in the mischief category. What are you up to?
I am up to nothing, Dave. I was just standing there waiting patiently.
Well, Julie Tillene's out there. She thought you looked guilty, too.
I don't know. I was just standing waiting patiently for my time to come outside.
All right, Jack. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
That's what it really feels like.
That's right.
You only find that out here on The Breakfast Show.
Right. Winds at 1 mile per hour.
Yeah, Jack, that's getting down to it.
That is getting specific, baby.
Very specific.
Erin is here. How you doing, Erin?
I'm good. Good.
Pearson Physical Therapy, but the name is going to change, right?
It is going to change, yes. We kind of put it out there a little bit. We're going to be Rise Rehab and Performance, so we're super excited about that. We'll kind of start that go live period the week of the 17th, so we're very, very excited for that. And then on the 21st, we'll have a little kind of an open house reintroduction, and we invite people to come out to that and have some snacks and beverages and kind of see what we've done to the place since we took it over. So, yeah, it's exciting.
So you have been painting.
I have. I have a lot.
Now, is it like Karate Kid? Do you use that for exercise or?
Well, let me just say that I probably burned quite a few calories the last few weekends with all that, with that up and down and that consistent, probably a little bit of carpal tunnel, that sort of thing. So, yeah, but it's been fun. It's a labor of love. So it's been really fun.
Yeah, that's great. I know you guys are excited. And actually going up and down a ladder maybe does some things to your back and legs and torso that you...
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You definitely feel it the next day and maybe the day after that. But shout out to my mom. She's been helping me quite a bit, and she's like a master painter. I mean, she can go so fast. She edges everything so well, and she probably should have done that in another professional life, although she probably doesn't want people to know that. But
no, she might have a lot of friends all of a sudden.
Yes, she'll be. Do hire out, but no. Shout out to her though. So, Doreen, thank you so much. She's been awesome. So.
Well, we are on the edge of spring, going to have a little more snow. That's the way March works, kind of a mix in between, but was able to get out and walk yesterday. The snow melted off quickly enough. It was fairly safe to be out walking outdoors.
Yep.
And we'll hopefully ramp that up for everybody out there who enjoys a good walk and can do it safely. And with that thought in mind, there's walking shoes that are good for your feet, all the things that you guys can talk about.
Yeah, for sure. This is that time of year where everybody starts to, I think, get back their excitement after the seasonal depression. We get more sunshine, the time changes, warmer temperatures, these little snow squalls, if you want to call them that come through, are a lot shorter lived, and so everybody gets that itch to get more active again. Usually this time of year, before track kind of gets really going, we'll start that stride clinic where we'll bring people into the clinic, and they can get kind of an assessment of their running form. And if you're not a runner and you just need some maybe the look at the way you're walking or tracking, we can do that as well. So we always kind of make that available this time of year. So if you feel that you're in the need for something like that, give us a call at the office and we can try to get something set up to kind of evaluate that for you, just as a courtesy for this time of year, just because it's kind of fun and exciting to get back at it. And there's always some things that we might need to tweak or rethink when we do that, so that we, reduce that chance for injury and whatnot.
Erin, I think I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it because it might be worth pointing out. If you had an analysis 20 years ago or 10 years ago about your walking, or if you're able to run, whatever you like to do, I would think, the bodies, they change as time goes along, and you might not be walking or running the same way as you did 10 years ago, right?
Absolutely. And I could say probably a lot of people 10 to 20 years ago don't weigh the same thing they do today.
Right.
All of those factors change the way that you track on your feet. Your weight, maybe you've been less active, maybe you're a mom now, different things like that. Pretty much over time, all of those things tend to change just a little bit. And then some, there's a lucky few that really keep with it and they do really well with that, and that's awesome. But yeah, typically there's some changes that'll occur over those, 10 to 20 years, maybe if you've done it before. So it's always nice to get it, just looked at, make sure that things are tracking well and that you're not having anything that's a little contentious or, maybe causing some of your issue and that sort of thing. So very worthwhile to get it looked at if you have any questions that way.
Now, I'm pretty sure I know Brent. He's my neighbor. I know him well enough that he doesn't have any metal parts, any knee replacements or hip replacements or
Not yet.
shoulder or anything like that. I'm fortunate enough to say I don't have any metal parts. But more and more people do. You talk to people and they've either had a knee replacement or their mom has or Aunt Susie, and it just seems like that's more and more a way to, actually extend the quality of life for a lot of people whose knees have worn out, hips are bothering them, and that's where you guys come in.
Absolutely. Modern medicine has brought a lot of really awesome technology and, orthopedic care and that sort of thing, and how it's changed so much just even in the last 20 years is really incredible. And the joint replacement, it just puts a new lease on a person's life. I mean, I can't believe the amount of patients that after they get it done, they come in and they're like, ugh, I wish I'd have done this a while ago, but it's a big decision, it's a big surgery to undergo, and so you just really have to be ready when you go in for that. And the first, a total knee especially, that first 4 to 6 weeks, you're like, oh man, what did I do? Because there's a lot to it. Healing takes some time and patience, and that's sometimes hard, but usually you get through that phase and you feel really good. So yeah, and those total joints, they're going to change maybe the way you move a little bit. They're going to change the, just your things that you would have done without thinking about, for all of a sudden you're like thinking about them a little bit differently to maybe offload that joint while you're sore, or pretty soon it gets to a point where, oh my gosh, before this I would have never been able to do that. So it's kind of a really fun progression to see as a therapist, to see that debility change into ability. And so it's really exciting as a therapist to see that.
I'm sure it is. And for those out there who haven't had somebody have a replacement or been near it, the PT starts right away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a same day or next day thing.
From the same day that you get that surgery, typically there's a therapist that's going to come into your room, get you up and moving the same day of surgery. A lot of surgeons, they want you up as soon as that anesthesia wears off and you're safe to move. They want you up and moving right away. The technology and the precision of those joints that they have now, I mean, they can get them in and out so fast of that surgery. It's amazing. A lot of them are even turning to almost like an outpatient procedure where you're going in and some are even leaving same day, which for some that's kind of a push, but they have just gotten so good at it that it really does. But that therapy becomes very important because the therapists are kind of that surgeon's eyes when they leave that hospital. What's going on with that joint? Are we concerned with anything? Do we need to go back and see the doctor? But that really gets a person up and back to what they love to do so much faster than it used to be. And the prosthetics themselves, how much they have improved, they just fit so much better than they once did. And there's a lot of people that you might not even tell that they've had a joint replaced, whereas many years ago you could definitely tell when somebody had a replacement. But it's just gotten so good.
Well, you play into all of that. You can offer all the services before and after.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's folks out there who don't want to have that done until they absolutely have to. So
Yep.
they're going to probably need some PT to keep that joint flexible and moving, because if you quit using them, then you really have trouble.
Right. Well, and you have a fair amount of patients that they know that joint surgery maybe is on the table, and they think to themselves, I'm getting by. I feel okay. If I could just shore up a few things, I feel like I could, wait this out a little bit longer. And I think that's perfectly appropriate. Some patients just need a little bit more time. But the other side of that is, what's your age? Are you a pretty young person? You want to be able to delay that if you can, because people can wear those joints out,
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen that often, but it does. Sometimes that's one thing that surgeons look at is, what's this patient's age? Do we really want to jump to this, or do we want to look at some other interventions, whether it's PT, injections, that sort of thing, partial replacement versus a full, different things like that. So sometimes that delay is okay. It just kind of buys you a little bit more time so that you're not jumping into it too quickly and, wearing that joint out. Because if you're a pretty active person, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. So did we talk about things that you wanted to talk about today? I really never asked you before we started.
The main thing is we're just really excited that we're making this transition from Pearson to Rise Rehab. We're really excited to kind of reintroduce ourselves to the community. We're the same therapists, the same great care you've been getting. We're just going to look a little bit different in the clinic. It's got a little bit of a fresh look to it, which we were excited to do. And, you're going to start hearing different things on the radio about that transition. And when you call in, somebody's going to answer the phone, and it's still going to be Darla's bubbly voice or Deb's bubbly voice. It's just going to say Rise instead of Pearson. So just know that with change, that's exciting, but there also are a lot of things that will remain the same, which is also comforting.
Well, just from a business side of it, and it is a very important business, when you see businesses change hands and remain a viable service to the community, that's always good news for everybody.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, the community of Broken Bow, we're just so thankful that we can continue to provide that service, and that we kind of went into this seamless changeover. In my opinion, I feel like we just kind of business as usual, just kind of going about it. And of course, we were doing some work behind the scenes, but we're just still seeing patients, which is really the thing that Andrew and I think love the most, is just seeing patients. I mean, that's what we love. The business side's not quite as fun. I mean, there's some exciting things about it, but the people are what really, keep us at it. So yeah, it's exciting. We really hope to see a lot of people at the open house on March 21st. It's going to start about 4:00 in the afternoon, and I think it's scheduled till 6. But if it goes a little later, we're good with that too. So we really look forward to seeing anybody that wants to stop by, and even if they want to just snoop around and see what we've changed in the place, we're excited for that too. We just love to see you.
All right. Well, thanks for the invitation, and thanks for talking to us today.
You bet.
I have one last question.
Uh-oh.
Since you and Andrew have been doing what you are doing here, how many new friends have you made?
Well, a few, but that's okay. New friends are always great. We love new friends. We both like people, so it's perfect. Yeah.
I think that's the point. People like coming in for the social aspect while they're getting something improved.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we've had a couple of past patients that came in, and they just came in to tell us congratulations, which is awesome. I mean, that really is super heartwarming. I mean, that you've made probably an impact on somebody for them to just stop in randomly just to tell you congratulations. And you see people in the community that know you, and they're quick to provide you that congratulations too. And we're just so grateful. And we have an awesome team, and that's just made it even more, I don't even know the words for it. It's just, you have just so much gratitude for all that. So very exciting. We cannot wait for that open house and kind of to rebrand a little bit, but then also pay some homage to what kind of brought us to this point too. So it's really exciting.
Aaron, thanks so much.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Always good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
We'll take a time out with these words on a Get Up and Go breakfast show.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
Reap big bucks when you sow food plot seed mixes from Arrow Seed. Food plots help develop healthier wildlife populations by providing a high-quality, nutritious food source. Arrow Seed offers a full line of perennial mixes, including Full Potential and Trophy Banquet. Crunch and Munch, Brassica Plus, Deer Delight, and Green Screen are annual food plot mixes. Mixes can be planted in the spring or fall. Plant some on your site and watch the buck grow. Stop by your local Arrow Seed dealer, visit arrowseed.com, or like Arrow Seed's Facebook page to learn more about food plots and how they can work for you.
Are you or someone you know struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma, or other mental health challenges? Do you wonder where you can get help and support locally? An online list is ready and available for you that includes local, trained, caring mental health providers. Visit mhpcc.org. Mental health providers and services available in Custer County can be found quickly and easily at mhpcc.org.
The cold and pain relief products you need for relief are on sale at Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow. Vicks Dayquil or NyQuil Cold and Flu Liquid or Liquid Caps, as well as Vicks Vapor Rub, Vapo Patch, and Vapo Sticks will have you feeling better quick. BioFreeze Pain Relief Gel, Cream, Roll-On, Spray, or Overnight Patches are on sale. Or pick up Asper Cream Patches or Roll-Ons or Leader Brand Lidocaine Max Strength Patches too. These and many more items are on the shelves at your local pharmacy, Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow.
Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow. Large enough to serve, small enough to care. They are proud to bring great doctors to the specialty clinic to help you. Like Dr. Pullman, the urologist who can diagnose, treat, and manage urological disorders. Or Dr. Islam, a nephrologist specializing in kidney care and treating diseases of the kidneys. Dr. Pullman visits the third Tuesday of the month, and Dr. Islam visits the first Monday of the month at Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We've been inundated with buyers from all over the country finding our website and asking about north central Nebraska farmland. Most buyers would be delighted to lease back the land to the seller or their trusted tenants. If you are thinking about taking advantage of these once-in-a-lifetime market conditions, call me, April Good, for a free market analysis on your property and check us out at lashleyland.com.
8:23 is your time. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN. We appreciate that. I'm a little nervous. We have another couple of folks in the studio here. We have that makes 4 of us, and we only have 2 cookies.
Oh, my.
What do we do? Do we offer the cookies to our guests, or do we eat them after they leave?
Well, we probably the nicest thing to do would just be offer them the cookies, because we have 2 left. We have 2 guests.
Just 2.
Or we could divide each cookie, and then we all could get at least a portion of a cookie.
You could have pretended that you already ate them, and we wouldn't even have known the difference.
Yeah.
Not Julie. Julie Talene, how are you?
Doing well. How are you, Dave?
Good. Dave Bolts is here. How you doing, Dave?
Good. Real good.
Good. They're here on behalf of the Lions Club. This time is paid for by Nebraska State Bank. They've donated their time.
Yes, thank you to them for that.
Absolutely.
Right. So what's the Lions Club up to? I imagine a lot.
Yep. We're having a fundraiser this Sunday for the Broken Bow Ambulance Service. And we'll have silent auction items. I have a list of some of them. There's also a gun raffle that we need to talk about.
Okay.
But yeah, we have some other fundraisers that are going to be coming up in the next few months too. We haven't scheduled them yet, but we have plans. We're working on it.
All right. Dave, what will some of the funds that are raised, where are your needs right now?
So we have a lot of new folks on the service, and continuing education. So one thing in EMS, you constantly have to go out and you get those continuing education hours, and that means going to conferences in Kearney and other places like that. So just signing up for conferences and room rate or room and board and things like that, and get them on the road. And in EMS, it's like any practice of medicine. It's always a practice, right? You constantly got to keep up on your skills, so that gets to be a lot for some folks.
Yeah, I think we need to remind ourselves that when we have these volunteers with EMS, fire departments, and that sort of thing, that they're not just, throwing on a coat and going out and doing these sorts of things. It takes a lot of personal time and training to be able to be qualified to do this.
Yep, absolutely. So and the hours that go into if you talk years back when you're going into EMS and you're getting your basic certificate for EMS, it's maybe like 85 hours, but now it's like 185.
Wow.
We've got 6 medics that's just a little over 2.5 years of schooling to get your medic and stuff like that. It's continuing, constantly changing, staying on top of the new trends and everything. So, but it's enjoyable. Yeah.
I've always wondered too, if they are volunteers, but are there particular schedules for having a certain number of people on task?
So we've worked over the last year. We switched. So prior to about last year, everybody kind of just responded when available. We got upwards of around 32 folks now. So we've been working with the city, and we actually run schedules. So 24/7 coverage. 80% of those schedules have a medic or an advanced provider on them now. So before it was kind of just everybody came when they were available, but we actually have 3 to 4 on shift every day, 24/7.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more to ask of the volunteer, but with increased call volume and just helping out other areas and being able to tier once we're ALS, we can now help out the outreaching, communities. It's good to have that schedule.
It seems like, and you talked about increased calls, it seems like just as citizens out there, we see the EMS, the ambulance and services out more often than we used to.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say I started somewhere, and by no means I'm an old hat anymore, but I'm pretty new to Broken Bow. But 5 years ago, it's maybe 3-ish hundred. Last year we were 505. For the first 2 months of this year, we're 106 in. So,
gosh,
we've been growing steadily at around 10%. The last year was 20, and the first 2 months of this year shows that it's going to be a gain too.
And you're doing a lot of transports.
Sure. Yep. We try to help out Jenny Milham and Callaway District Hospital, helping get some of those patients to areas on the interstate for definitive care when we have the coverage and the need up here. Make sure that we're covered here, and then we help out.
So you have to know that you have that many folks lined up if you leave town.
Yep. It's definitely a moving puzzle sometimes, but try to help out everybody.
And Julie, you mentioned the transport, and that's not always been the case. I mean, I don't think we've been able to do that until recently.
Yeah, we switched into, I can't even remember because it was kind of a blur, but January, February timeframe last year is when we first got our ALS license. And then we started getting some folks. Like I said, we have 6 medics, and then we got some advanced EMTs, but it kind of, I suppose that May, June timeframe is when we kind of started helping out and being able to take some more of your urgent patients to Callaway, or to, Kearney, Grand Island, onward. We've been to Lincoln. We've been to UNMC in Omaha.
Yeah.
North Platte.
That's fantastic. And probably reduces the number of helicopter flights a little bit, I would think.
I would assume so. Really, it's that time to definitive care, right? You go to the hospital. They do a great job here getting you ready, but you need something else.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where we're at, we're an hour off the interstate. So that adds to that time frame of being able to get to somewhere else and beyond.
All right. The fires are over finally, right? And I know that probably was I mean, for EMS, you had to be aware that something bad could happen at about any time in that situation, especially the first few days.
Yeah, we learned, and we constantly learn, right? I think these fires seem to be rapid growing, quicker spread. Every time that we send a fire crew out into a wildland incident, we're making sure that we have at least an ambulance. Now we're sending we have a mobile med unit, kind of like a Tahoe. It's got Starlink on it. We're able to have communications in areas. Now we just put Starlink on it. We've had a borrowed Starlink for a while, but being able to get that out there and kind of have a little bit better access to when something would happen to go south. You know, we train to not on the fire side, but always there's things that go into that we don't account for.
Yeah.
But it's good to have med folks out there.
Yeah. Thank you for what you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the recognition.
Appreciate it very much. Julie, the Lions Club, sometimes I'm going to say this out loud. I think it kind of under the radar sometimes. You guys are almost always doing something in the community, and you know, sometimes it's a promotion that gets a lot of attention, and then there's things that you guys are doing all the time. And you've been in the Lions Club for quite a number of years now.
Since almost 10, since I left here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so what drives the Lions Club? I mean, you got to have members who want to go under the radar and not do it for the recognition, right?
It's where there's a need, there's a lion. That's one of our phrases.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just want to help our community and be of service, and it's very rewarding doing it that way. We have grown our club in the last few years to, I don't even know what numbers we're at now, but I think in the last year and a half or two we've added 12 new members. So it's been really good for us, good for our group.
Good. Well, you guys do good things.
Thank you.
Wouldn't imagine, how do I want to put it? I wouldn't want to take a chance on putting a number on how many things you do a year, but I know you do a lot. So
we try to. That's our goal, is just to be able to help people. And we have some more fundraisers coming up here in the next few months that we'll talk to you about later.
Okay. So,
and the one on Sunday, I want to talk about this a little bit.
Sure.
We have a raffle. Who donated the gun?
So Craig Leth out of Myrna, Les Gun Care, he donated the Ruger 1022 75th anniversary. He also will accept that in trade. So like it's either that or whatever the value of the gun is in trade at his shop. But all the paperwork and everything will be handled through Craig. So.
And the tickets are $5 a piece or $6 for $20. And they can call me if they want to buy tickets, 402-677-9323. We haven't sold a lot, so we need to sell more and more and more. And then I want to talk about a few things that we have. We have a bunch of auction items. These first ones you guys will really appreciate. We have 3 dozen kolaches from Marilee Johnson.
Oh, boy.
Don't have to worry about cookies then.
No.
We have 3 dozen cinnamon rolls from Shannon Cooksley.
Oh, those will be good.
2 dozen cookies from Ella and Jax from Michaela. We have pool pass. We have oil changes, Henry's Dorley Zoo tickets, Nebraska baseball tickets, jewelry, hair products, a wine and prime rib, just all kinds of really nice items. And shout out to Bobby Summerford, because she's been doing the groundwork for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting a lot of prizes.
We've been a little busy as of late, the last 15 days, get buildings, randomly exploding and stuff like that. But it really helps to have some of those folks out there hitting the ground, and we really appreciate that for getting some prizes and auction items. So,
do you have enough, Julie? Or you think you're?
Oh, we'll always take more.
Okay. All right. So you will take more and
Sure.
get a hold of you as well.
Yep.
Okay.
And if they can't remember my number, they can call the police department.
Yeah. You're always there.
Not always. We decided what kind of triggered us to have this fundraiser was last summer they had a 5K fundraiser for the ambulance service. And I just didn't realize, I didn't realize the need. And so I said, well, maybe the Lions Club could have a fundraiser for you. And they thought that was a good idea.
Absolutely. And Julie kind of helps me, especially kind of we try to have a fundraiser and then something happens. And then there's things and Julie kind of helps me, pushes me like, hey, we need to be planning here, and kind of helping me out. And I really appreciate, her and the Lions Club for doing this for us. Sometimes it's hard for us to sit down and plan a fundraiser.
It would be.
So really appreciate her and the Lions Club putting this on for us. So
thank you.
Right. Julie, repeat the date again.
It's Sunday, this coming Sunday, March 9th, from 12 to 3 at the Municipal Building.
Okay.
And remember, it's time change weekend. So
yeah.
don't forget, Dave.
You're going to have to text me, Julie.
Just before you go to bed, change that clock, Dave. All right. Any questions, Brent?
Is it a free will donation?
It is.
Okay.
Free will donation meal, and then the silent auction.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, and
Appreciate
thanks again to Nebraska State Bank for allowing us to have this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it.
So, our new theme song I can play, because every time we have great guests like this in about community events, we can play this song.
Okay.
All right.
You have a new theme song?
Well, it's not a new opening. It's just we're going to play it during the show, and we have good people like you working together.
That makes me a little nervous.
A big thank you to Nebraska State Bank and also, of course, the Lions Club for all that they do and our EMS personnel here for all they do. Thank you very, very much. Brent.
Dave.
Apperson, my neighbor, good friend, brother and son all in one. Also, of course, a sibling because I got Mom and Jim down in Arkansas probably listening in right now. Good morning, Mom. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I guess I should say that too. If I don't, I'm sure I'll hear about that. Oh, Dave said good morning to us, but our own son didn't.
Well,
Hi, Mom and Dad.
I wish they were here because if they were, we'd take them over to Arnold and have a big cup of coffee at Brubaker's Coffee House and
Oh,
Gifts.
Mom's been there a time or two. She loves Brubaker's.
Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're right in the spring mood there, and they're filling the shelves with spring goodies for you to shop for. And, of course, while you're there, you can take advantage of that barista bar and do some gift shopping for someone and enjoy a nice cup of specialty coffee for yourself, or their general blend is very, very good, too. Stop in for a hot or cold drink and some homemade baked items. Ooh, that sounds pretty good too. Breakfast burritos, bagels, and homemade baked items available. Hot and cold drinks, Consuela handbags, fun pickleball sets, home decor, and lots of gift ideas for any occasion. Every week they have a customer of the week, so stop in and give yourself a chance for a free beverage. Coffee with friends is always a great idea. Head over to Brewbakers in Arnold.
I'm sure that some of our farmer and rancher friends out there are kind of looking around and seeing maybe some fence that needs repaired, and they're going, when am I going to have time to do this? Well, we got the answer for you right here. Do you need fence repaired and built? Well, Rapid Fence has your back. They pride themselves on quality, specializing in high tensile and barbed wire applications. They can also remove fence, clean up fence lines, and help with feedlot and corral fencing. If your fence suffered due to an unfortunate wildfire or you just need to update it, go with Rapid Fence. And here's how you get a hold of them. 308-223-1320. 308-223-1320 is the number. You can also follow them and find them on Facebook for more information as well. That's Rapid Fence.
Thank you, Brent. A special treat for you next. It's 2 days after Larry Leaphart's birthday.
It is, yes.
And so we're still celebrating.
Oh, really?
And I found a really cool nugget here. This is Sturgill Simpson performing on stage at the Kennedy Honors, and they were able to put together a sort of duet, in a way, with Jerry Garcia, because it was all about the Grateful Dead at the Kennedy Honors ceremony. And I have the performance here with Sturgill Simpson and Jerry Garcia here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
in Broken Bow. Get ready for the spring season at Geared for Sports.
Are you worried about fraud? Join Bruning Bank for an informative lunch and learn on fraud and fraud prevention. In just 1 hour, you'll learn about the latest scams, how to protect your personal information, and keep your finances safe. This free event is your chance to ask questions and get expert advice from Ryan Sothen from the Nebraska Attorney General's Office and Bruning Bank staff. The public is welcome to join us at the VFW in Broken Bow on Tuesday, March 25th from 11:45 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call Bruning Bank at 872-2757 to reserve your spot and free Subway lunch today. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and Central Nebraska Medical Clinic is reminding everyone that early detection is key to successful treatment. If you are at average risk, you should start regular screening at age 45. Last year, over 150,000 people received a diagnosis of colon or rectal cancer. Together, during Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, we can promote early detection. This message brought to you by Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow.
8:47 is your time.
I've heard from Mom.
Oh, good.
Yes, Mom has texted, "Good morning, guys," and then in parentheses, sons, plural.
Melts my heart.
You both make my morning. You're the best. You're the best, Mom. Love you.
Yeah, you are, Mom. You're the best. Jim, you're super duper. Now,
yes, boy, these two remaining cookies, are just kind of driving you crazy, aren't they?
They are, and we should have divided them. Like you mentioned, divided them up. But I guess we forgot before Julie and Dave got out of here. So we'll just have.
I really don't need another one, but.
As a matter of fact, there's a young lady outside who created these cookies.
Oh, Christy's here.
Christy's here.
Hello.
Have a chair, Christy.
Hey, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but what you brought the cookies in is now empty. If you'd like to refill.
I actually have another one full of cookies, but my mom gets those. So.
Oh, well, I understand that.
Yeah, she likes her sweets. So
yeah,
I didn't want to come in. I was just waiting for. I have a song request to go with your theme today.
Oh,
yeah, it's a Garth song. I think Larry likes Garth too, so it'll be okay.
Larry likes Garth.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this conversation between you and Dave. This will be fun.
Larry Leapart likes Garth.
Yeah, I think he would.
Have you ever asked him?
No.
What song would you like to hear?
Well, it goes along with your theme.
Okay.
He's got a good one about people loving people.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the name of the song, isn't it?
Oh, it is?
Yes, yeah.
People loving people.
Yeah. Get along.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
These are good cookies.
They are very good.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I threw you under the bus yesterday to try to make a point about getting along.
Yeah.
And kind of shedding all the chatter out there. Very good, though. Is this your mom's recipe?
No. I honestly don't know what Mom used for chocolate chip cookies, but I've just always used this one. And maybe she's the one that told me to use it. It's from the Myrna cookbook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They have a cookbook?
Yeah, they did years ago. They put together a cookbook.
Well, they're darn tasty, and just a prelude to all the cookies that we're going to be tasting because of the Chocolate Chip Cookie Challenge. It gets underway March 12th. Now, that says the staff will be judging the cookies. Do we know, are the staff designated?
I'll be on. Can I be honest about this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous. I don't want to be a judge. I want to taste I want to eat the cookies when they come in. I don't want the pressure of being a judge. Honestly, I really don't.
Well, I think you're going to have to be.
You kind of set yourself up for that, Brent. I hate to say this, but
yeah.
We're just going to have like a scorecard. We're not going to know whose cookies are whose, or we're just going to do a scorecard, and as they come in, and then that scorecard will give them a score, and then we'll just hopefully go from there as far as.
Okay. You'll be kind of anonymous.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Unless we put a little star beside your vote.
Thanks. Jeremy goes online and posts what all of our votes were.
I wish I could. That prize is nice. I went and bought the KitchenAid mixer yesterday. I wish I could win it.
I'm a guy. I don't bake at all, but I saw it sitting back there yesterday, and it is nice. Wow. Any person would love to have that in their kitchen.
I haven't looked at it yet, but you got that from Lions, right?
Yeah.
Lions Appliances. And I dropped off a check yesterday, another check, because you paid for the mixer. And they were out delivering. So if you're listening, I slid the check through the front door, and it was laying on the floor when I left. I hope you got that. And by the way, that was for repair of the sun heaters.
Yeah.
And they sell them.
Uh-huh.
And I was so happy to find that I could get ours fixed and that they sell new ones there. I think Brent mentioned that one time when he was here. But those sun heaters, if you're going to get a heater, those are pretty good ones to have. So, and plus you get service after the sale.
I love this. Ladies and gentlemen, small town business and small town radio at its best right here. Hey, if you're listening, I slid a check underneath the door. So that's awesome. I love this. This way of life, I guess, probably isn't for everybody, but it's for me. I love living here. This is awesome.
That's people loving people.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
If I was really prepared, I'd have that Garth song pulled up. I'll get it on for you.
All right, thanks.
Will that work?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll be. It's kind of like your apology. I'm guessing. You know.
Yeah, I try to make it up to you. I thought it was a good.
Have
skit,
you ever heard Dave actually apologize?
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to think, but I'll see if I can come up with a time.
Well, I'll be honest with you, because I kind of didn't know exactly what I was going to do. But when I brought your cookie in here, I thought, I'm going to make it sound like Christy made sure I got that cookie because she had something in it. A upholstery nail. Not a fingernail.
Where do you come up with an upholstery nail in a cookie?
Well, that's what I told him. I said it makes more sense that you'd find a fingernail, but no. But upholstery nail, I don't usually do too much work with.
Well, it is not. You're not going to fit a regular nail into a cookie, and an upholstery nail is a small little tack. Little tack nail.
Yeah.
So anyway, I apologize, but it just kind of unfolded, and I thought this will be really funny because it'll make it sound like Christy was making sure I got the cookie with the nail in it. And then I got to thinking about it overnight, and I thought, if I said that over enough times, people would really believe that you did that.
Yeah, kind of like I've run into people who actually think Kathy's the younger sister.
Good example.
Yeah.
Good example. What a great sound. Cody Jinks, Outlaws and Mustangs, right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you heard it clearly. And if you did not, and you maybe want to enjoy your music a little bit more, make an appointment with Roxanne at Nebraska Land Hearing. She has been a certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience, and she's located right here in Broken Bow on the east side of the square. Recently voted one of the best several times, actually, through the Chamber of Commerce and different honors. So she knows what she's doing. She's great at it. And if you're struggling without knowing it, but all of a sudden you realize, man, I didn't hear what that person said, or I got to turn the TV up really loud, just take note of that. There's no charge for the test. And if you do need hearing assistance, there's lots of different options, both price-wise and technology-wise. And you can get some extended warranties on some new hearing aids, extended discounts for new and returning patients for buying local, and pricing is available, as I mentioned, to fit all budgets. Call Roxanne at 308-384-3852 to make an appointment. Her office is located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building. Best way to reach her is call 308-384-3852 and ask any questions or make an appointment at Nebraska Land Hearing. All right. Jack's already brought in the temperature. Let's see what it is here. We're up to 33 degrees under a cloudy sky. We should also mention, again, we talked about it briefly during our interview a moment ago about daylight savings time, and we haven't really talked about that very much, and it's already Thursday.
Yeah, it goes into effect this weekend, I guess.
Yes. So when you go to bed, before you go to bed, Saturday night, let's bring those clocks forward. We'll come out here and change some equipment. But, it used to be a major thing to come out here and change the time clock and all the clocks and all the different computerized equipment at that time that really didn't know what time it was. And now the computers just change on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of difference. But if you have clocks on the wall that you typically look at, you don't want to be late on Sunday. There's lots of things going on.
Yes. Yeah, don't be late for church.
No, or, for a benefit feed, benefit that we were just talking about on Sunday at the Municipal Building, put on by the Lions Club for the EMS people. All right. We covered everything over on your side?
We got one more thing to talk about. That's Off-Broadway. Experience a fantastic lifestyle at Off-Broadway with assisted and independent living. And right now they are offering a $99 move-in special and $500 referral bonus. Their dedicated staff handles cooking and cleaning, allowing you to focus on your passions with essential amenities and engaging activities. Every day is filled with fun, all while the friendly staff brightens your day. Also, they invite you to visit and discover all the incredible opportunities at Off-Broadway. Come join them on Friday, March 7th, tomorrow at 3 p.m. An exciting event featuring gospel singer Brian Birchfield will be performing. Brian from Tennessee. One of his most beloved songs is I Know I'm Saved. This is a fantastic opportunity you won't want to miss, and the residents would absolutely love your presence as they enjoy the music along with you. So come be a part of the joy at Off-Broadway. That'll be tomorrow, Friday, March 7th at 3 p.m. And then they also list that they encourage you to come join them for bingo at the Prairie Pioneer Center on Tuesday, March 11th. That'll be at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Brent. News is next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. CBS News confirms President Trump's about to make a move to try to shutter a major government agency. Correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
The White House is preparing some kind of an executive order for him that would begin the process of winding down the Education Department.
2 days after the Trump administration slapped 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, Canada is retaliating. CBS's Weijia Jiang.
Prime Minister Trudeau says Canadians are reasonable and polite, but they will not back down from a fight. That means a 25% tariff on more than $150 billion of American products.
Hamas brushing off President Trump's threat to destroy the group if it doesn't free all remaining Israeli hostages. CBS's Deborah Pato.
President Trump did not just threaten Hamas, he also warned the entire civilian population of Gaza that a beautiful future awaits them, but not if they hold hostages.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Do you enjoy fatty foods, sweets, and alcohol? Who doesn't? Unfortunately, all those things put a lot of pressure on our liver. That's why pharmacist, best-selling author, and nutritional expert Sherry Torkos recommends Active Liver from New Nordic.
The liver is an incredible organ. It works nonstop to process toxins and chemicals from our food and drinks, medications we take, and even environmental exposures. As a health expert, I'm often asked how to support the liver's natural detoxification process and offset the effects of fatty foods, sugar, and alcohol. I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic. This gentle plant-based supplement is an effective way to support your liver's vital functions as well as your energy and overall well-being.
With its powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract, Active Liver is the perfect way to keep your liver healthy and you feeling your best. Active Liver is available in both a delicious gummy or tablet. You can find Active Liver in the vitamin aisle at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
The Chargers have released five-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Joey Bosa, who was drafted by the San Diego Chargers in 2016, saving $25.3 million in salary cap space. In the NBA, the Cavaliers have won 12 in a row, and they're the first team to clinch a playoff spot. They beat the Heat 112-107. James Harden dropped 50 points as the Clippers outscored the Pistons 123-115. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 41 points as the Thunder topped the Grizzlies 120-103. The Nuggets had a 116-110 win over the Kings. In men's college hoops, UConn with a 72-66 upset over number 20 Marquette, while Ole Miss outscored number 4 Tennessee 78-76. On the ice, the Capitals edged the Rangers 3-2 in overtime. Alex Ovechkin is now just 10 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time scoring record, and the Golden Knights topped the Maple Leafs 5-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A winter weather advisory begins at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning and continues until 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Chance of rain today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Daytime highs approaching 43, winds out of the southeast 8 to 15 miles per hour. 3 to 5 inches of snow tonight through tomorrow. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Independent and family owned. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. From the tires on the ground to the engine getting you down the road, trust them to keep your ride in tip-top shape. Visit A1AutoRepairInc.com or visit them on East 7th in Arnold.
33 degrees, cloudy skies, winds are light out of the east right now, and yesterday's high was 39, so we didn't cool off that much overnight, 27, but now back at 33 here currently, and we do want you to know we'll be watching the weather. The advisory, winter weather advisory for this area goes into effect like 2 or 3 o'clock this morning and takes us through
tomorrow
Friday.
morning. Yep.
Tomorrow morning, yeah,
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yep. And could get a little nasty towards sunrise tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. But hopefully everybody who's going to the ball game can get down to Lincoln. If they want to come back. And you guys are going to try to do that. Is Christy going with you?
I have no idea. I don't really know who all is going at the moment.
Oh, you don't have a plan for that yet?
It kind of depends on what the workload is like for people today. I know I'm going, though.
You're going for sure.
I'm going, yeah.
Coming up on Saturday, the Burger Bash benefit for Logan and Leah Ryan and their beautiful little girl to help with the expenses after they lost their home and contents to a fire on February 20th on that very cold night. So everybody's grouping up and working together, and they're going to have a gathering at the Ansley Municipal Auditorium from 5 until 7. There's also a benefit account set up at all the Nebraska State Bank locations, all branches, so you can make a monetary donation that way. And you can mail it to the bank or drop it by. Just designate that's what it's for. And then, as we just discussed, there's the EMS fundraiser Sunday at the Municipal Building in Broken Bow. That's a free will donation lunch and silent auction that we just talked about. And they do have raffle prizes and silent auction and all that. Sounds really good. And, you know, you can almost not eat in your home on the weekends, not have to cook, because there's always something going on like that. You know,
Yeah, it seems
burger
like
bash
it. Yeah.
or a fundraiser, a free will donation supper. There's all sorts of things like that going on. So help out whenever you can, folks. Also, on March 7th, at Myrna is the Knights of Columbus Fish Fry.
Yeah, first one of the Lenten season.
First one. And you talked with Andy Holland about that?
Paul Holland. Yep.
And there'll be more to come. The next one will be on the 14th at the St. Joseph Parish Center. Catholic Daughters Bake Sale along with that. And I think another fundraiser with that as well. So, yeah, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different servings of fish. People love it.
They do, yes. Delicious. And I believe you can get it carry out. You know, if maybe you have someone who can't get out but would enjoy a meal, you can get a carry-out meal and take it to them and be a good neighbor.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Somebody would come across the road with a nice platter of fish. Wouldn't that be lovely? All right. I've not listened to this next piece, but I got to believe it's going to be good. It also comes from, I believe, the Kennedy Center Honors. This goes back to 1996. And Chris Christopherson, Lyle Lovett, and Emmylou Harris together for a Johnny Cash tribute back in 1996. Haven't heard it, I don't believe, but I'm not too worried about it not being pretty darn good. So do you want to listen to it?
I would love to.
Wrong one. Let me stop that. I don't really want to hear Bonnie Raitt right now, so we'll go this other direction.
Okay.
I'm still having trouble with mouse location since we changed the screens here, so my apologies. I'll get it. Maybe. Here we go.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning, no way to hold my head that didn't hurt.
Johnny Cash, I Walked the Line, a tribute to Johnny Cash back in 1996 at the Kennedy Center with a star-studded lineup to do that. And again, here on The Breakfast Show, sometimes you don't plan things, they just work out.
Yeah.
And that was a fun trip back in time to hear the likes of Lyle Lovett and Emmylou Harris performing Cash songs, and of course Chris Christopherson performing a song that he wrote that Johnny Cash had a big hit with. Now, Emmylou Harris has to be one of the classiest ladies in show business. There's just something about the way she carries herself. Of course, her singing is beautiful, but she has been an icon, and she's been able to mix company with all sorts of different artists and music genres. A lot of time with Neil Young and other folks like that, and then, of course, Johnny Cash and others. So she's quite a lady. I always am amazed at how she has performed so elegantly so many years. Brent.
Dave.
Question.
Okay.
What time are you guys leaving, or whoever's going, what time are you guys heading to Lincoln?
Oh, right after lunch, probably.
Right after lunch?
Yeah.
Are you now, as the business side? Will
Yes.
you be eating before you leave?
The plan is to eat before we leave so that you won't have that expense. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Don't want to be buying an unnecessary lunch.
Yeah. Now, when we get to supper time, it'll be a different story.
Hopefully, you'll be having a celebration supper tonight.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. And, well, everybody that's heading to Lincoln, probably some of you already on the way listening to your car radio, travel safely, please. We just received a word just a little bit ago from Deb Mayer Gaston, who says, Christy, don't feel bad about people believing that Kathy is older. My brother Dan and I are 7 years apart, and I've had people ask us who's the oldest. Boy, does that really burst your bubble. Don't worry about it, Deb. You're fine. You look great. And Christy did make a good point. I thought that was a good point. That was something that I've been saying for, well, we've been saying.
Don't say we, you. You have been saying.
On the Breakfast Show for a long, long time. That Kathy is Christy's younger sister, and it's sticking. See what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah, but kind of proves your point, don't it?
Yeah. Now I have to type. I had this pulled up once, and I have to do this for Christy, just for forgiveness from using her as a skit yesterday. But
while you're doing that, don't forget we do have to call Matt yet.
Oh, that's
at
right.
Subway.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Well, I'll be doing this for a while because I'm like you. It takes me love people. People love people. People loving people. People loving people. There it is. Garth Brooks.
Good job. You found that pretty good.
Yeah, I had it up once already, but then I thought we should play some Johnny Cash.
Oh.
So I had to, go over the other selection.
I see.
So we're going to do a little people loving.
Okay.
With Garth Brooks for Christy, and we'll get a hold of Matt.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, the message is good. Garth Brooks, people loving people. I just don't really believe, I'm going to have to just say it out loud, that Larry Leapart's a Garth Brooks fan. That would just surprise me.
Oh, I don't know.
And
I wouldn't know.
I respect his taste and opinion. So, and Garth's had some huge songs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
By the way,
yes,
we'll be getting a hold of Matt tomorrow. I might have waited too long to give him a call. He's off on some other adventures from some of the past stories he tells. He might be underneath a refrigerator right now or have his head in an ice machine. So we'll try getting a hold of Matt tomorrow at Subway and see if we can catch up to him. Would that work?
I would think so.
So
yeah.
What time's the pregame?
Well, it'll be extended tonight. Want to say thanks to all of the amazing sponsors who are helping us bring you the game tonight from the state tournament. So pregame probably around 5:30. Got an interview with Coach Kirchman that we did earlier in the week as AM was preparing for its game tonight. So we'll play that for you during the pregame show. Probably 5:30, might even start a little bit before that. So we'll have an extended pregame as we get you ready for the tip-off tonight at 6 o'clock.
All right, it's going to be fun. We'll enjoy listening to you and whoever tags along with you today. And again, folks, please drive carefully if you are going to the Star City.
Yeah.
Be sure and head back if you're not going to stay overnight without too much delay. You should be all right with the times, the game starting and so forth. But it could start spitting a little bit of moisture anytime, today and tonight and early tomorrow morning especially. That weather advisory goes into effect tomorrow morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So we should be all right there. But if you're not staying, you might want to think about that. Well, I don't know how many of it would be driving home at 2 or 3 o'clock, but you guys won't.
No. Tonight's game's at 6.
Yeah.
If they win, they play tomorrow night, but it'll be late at 7:45.
Yeah.
So hopefully whatever weather we encounter tomorrow will kind of start moving out by the time people need to get back on the road if they decide to go back and forth.
All right. So join us tomorrow. You'll be here for the breakfast show then.
That is the plan, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And do you have any plans for the breakfast show tomorrow? Do you?
No, I really don't. I haven't thought about it.
You can help co-produce this show if you want to participate in the planning of it. It doesn't take very long. You just come in and sit down and start doing the show.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, I'll assist you with that tomorrow.
Okay. That sounds good. Jack, good morning to you. Have a good show over there.
What's the wind doing now? Is it 2 miles an hour? Great. Thank you, Jack.